Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Daily Update on my 1000 Day Challenge. This is day 171. So let's get started. Alright, so first and foremost, the balance is again up a little bit, and that's actually due to the experimental trade. As you can see, the change over here to here. So yeah, that's the key thing. That was actually went to a breakout trade for Link itself, for Link towards the upside. Alright, other than that, nothing much has changed. I stick to the long position that I'm in terms of the main trading setup. So midterm wise, I still see potential further upside, although right now it's clearly in the consolidation phase. So yep. Alright, and today is Monday, so I'm doing a very quick run through in terms of the weekly update wise for Bitcoin. As you can see over here, let's go to the weekly chart first. Alright, so on the weekly chart, what you do see over here is there could be some sort of like a potential exhaustion candle over here, or I would say some sort of consolidation pattern. So on the weekly chart, we are still rather overextended in that sense, although it's a good thing that price is still maintaining within this range of between above 30K, giving time for this 20 exponential average to catch up on the weekly chart. As you can see, the previous week itself, it was 19.67K. Over last week, we have actually catch up to 21.2K region, and potentially this week we could, even if we consolidate near this range, we are around the 22K region. So if we given some time, I would say we could at this rate consolidate and reach in by March wise, this 20 exponential moving average on the weekly chart could potentially catch up. In this case, even if price were to consolidate over here for extended period of time. All right, otherwise, in terms of the daily chart, I do see potential that we could see further upside momentum or further downside breakdown depending on how price react. As you can see over here that there's a potential triangle consolidation pattern that is formed. And in fact, if you switch to the line chart, you'll see things even more clearly. So let me just hide the lines. You'll see very clearly you get a high, you get a lower high, a low, and now very likely a higher low in that sense. So it's a very nice A, B, C, D wave. Potentially we can have a small E wave before we trend towards the upside, or we trend towards the downside. So at the moment I lean towards the upside because overall it's still a consolidation pattern to me until it breaks downward. Then this will be determined like somewhat like a distribution phase. So as long as price remains above 20 exponential moving average, I lean towards the upside. And even if it were to break downwards, I'm not looking to short simply because there is potential support here on the 4-hourly chart, or even potential support here at the 50 simple moving average on the daily chart as well. So over here on the 4-hour chart, I'm also not looking for a long in terms of price action just yet, simply because to me, on the bigger scale, this could be just a D wave. So even if we break this previous high, we could face some resistance over here and retrace a little bit. What I do put here as a potential setup is if accordingly, if this thing scales accordingly in terms of the time-wise, this pattern would likely breaks out, say potentially 21st January midnight or potentially a little bit longer. So if it does breaks up between this period and I see the nice price consolidation over here, then yeah, I'll potentially enter a long side trade with a buy stop order over here. And this will be the first target in terms of potential profit taking. And I will trade with the remaining because we could potentially still hit 50K on the next run up, especially we have such a very huge kind of a consolidation pattern, as you can see from the start to potentially the end, we are consolidating for almost 12 days. Not saying that it's the longest, but it's still a very decent period of time, especially considering right now the volatility the crypto market is facing. And we will extend this over to the upside. We could potentially hitting over here, as you can see. Take the brief of it, we definitely could be hitting near the 48K region, near the 50K region itself. So yeah, I mean, definitely could be a high possibility, especially people would preferably prefer to take profit before it hits the 50K. So at the 48K region, people might start to take profit even ahead of time. So yeah, potentially I could choose to take profit here and somewhere along here as well. So yep, that's basically the trade I'm waiting for. Otherwise, we'll just got to wait until 21st of January-ish, or I see a nice consolidation over here and a nice breakout before I could enter a new long side trade in terms of the 4-hour wise. So otherwise, that's more or less about it in terms of price action, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.